Good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to thank the committee for accepting my paper. It's an honor to join this conference today. The title of my paper is The New Developments of the Sino-Italian Economic Partnership after March 2019. I'm Melania Petrillo. And I'm Italian, currently attending the third year of PhD in International Relations at the Shanghai International Studies University, Department of International Relations and Public Affairs, Bachelor and Master degree in Chinese Language and Literature at La Sapienza University of Rome, second Master degree in Teaching Chinese Language to Foreigners at l'Orientale of Naples. The paper presented in the ICSSH is the result of a wider research that the PhD student is conducting from 2 years regarding China and Italy economic partnership before and after Italy joined the Belt and Road Initiative, in collaboration with the government of Chinese city and the internship in an institute that provides the opportunity for Chinese students to study in the Italian academies and universities, gave a noticeable contribution to the research. Actually, the lecturer is working her PhD thesis with the intention to complete the academic program by June 2021. On the 27th of August, her paper entitled 5G and its implications in the economic relations between China and European countries with a special focus on Italy was accepted to be published in the Global Journal of Human Social Sciences. About the presentation, there are 3 parts. The first is research questions and methodologies, the second results, and the third conclusion and expectations. In March 2019, China and Italy signed 19 deals stated in the Memorandum of Understanding that set off a new era for the Sino-Italian Economic Partnership. Italy joined the Belt and Road Initiative, representing the first G7 country to sign an agreement on the Infrastructure Maxi Plan of the People's Republic of China, which includes ports, railway lines, roads, and maritime corridors. In the last decade, trades and investments between the 2 countries increased as the interdependence of the 2 economies has increased. Since a number of manufacturing sectors are interconnected, China and Italy are entwined through an economic partnership that holds its focal point in the import-export sector. Italy represents an economy of strategic assets, including world-renowned brands, cutting-edge technological infrastructure know-how, and a large number of undercapitalized but healthy companies. Today, China looks at Italy as a medium-sized country, socially fatigued with a suffering economy, structural unemployment, and uncontrolled immigration. But China's assessment of Italian marginalization is based on 2 aspects. One political, linked to the deficit of sovereignty and institutional effectiveness, and an economic one, because of an industrial system in distress and a currency managed by extanational countries that take away from the country the resources that would be needed to address the economic and social needs of the country. Correspondingly, we have to consider the political differences between China and Italy. The former is an independent country in domestic and foreign policy and sovereign of its currency, while the latter is a country with little international importance, politically subordinate to the US that maintains a robust military presence in the country. Nonetheless, the Belt and Road Initiative would definitely be a good opportunity for Italy. It would decrease the distances between these 2 countries. Thus, the research questions. Why did Italy sign the MOU and join the Belt and Road Initiative? What are the advantages and benefits for the 2 countries? How has the Chinese-Italian bilateral partnership changed? And what would be the future of the economic partnership? Methodologies implied. 2 years ago, the author has begun to collect data from the most relevant newspapers and media of Italy. China, Europe, the United States, and offshore governmental sources to monitor the development of events related to the signature of the MOU between Beijing and Rome. The present research can fill a chronological gap of the relationship found in some of the previous academic works, pondering the progress in different fields during the current century, like infrastructures, economy, culture, education, science and technology, innovation, society, military arts, fashion, food, and tourism. The author collected sources in China and in Italy and analyzed documents in different languages: Chinese, Italian, English, and French. The latest advancements of the China-Italy economic partnership are investigated through the cross-national comparative method and the discourse analysis, exploring the benefits and the advantages for both countries, considering from one side the economic success of Italy, but its strategic geographical position and the quality of the made-in-Italy products. From the other side, the importance of Chinese direct investments in Italy, imports, exports, and the advantages of joining the Belt and Road Initiative. The two countries intend to establish synergies in 8 areas from the second paragraph of the MOU signed on March 23rd in 2019. Policy dialogue for greater connectivity between countries, collaboration in the field of education, connectivity between people, collaboration in the field of public security, and removal of barriers to trade and investment, transport, logistics, and infrastructures, and the last, cooperation in environmental issues. So from these pictures, you can see some of the events that happened after the signature of the MOU. 2020, for example, is the year of the Italian culture and tourism. Is the year of Italian and Chinese culture and tourism, joint Italian and Chinese. And here in the second picture, you can see Chinese policeman and an Italian policeman cooperating in an Italian city. In fact, the two countries established cooperation between their military forces to help, for example, Italian tourists in China. And the same is for Chinese policemen, and they help Chinese tourists in Italy. And these two pictures were taken by the author in the Expo, Shanghai Expo, last year Shanghai Expo in 2019, November 2019, where Italy had a very big booth. And so Italy had a lot of countries, of course, had the possibility to show their own products, and Italy had showed some of their products, the products of made in Italy. There is fashion and also Ducati and another famous brand. But what happened after March 2019? The fastest results of the MOU were the exportation of the Sicilian red oranges, the main products of the south of Italy, and the opening of new direct flights to China from different cities of Italy like Bari and Milan. The new economic partnership between China and Italy embraced all the fields from science and technology to food and fashion, from the collaboration between Italian and Chinese scientists to the deepening of cultural exchanges between Italy and China with new projects and collaboration. Stronger is also the cooperation on public security, as I said before. Results. China and Italy will maintain a long and strong bilateral partnership over the years, thanks to the constant dialogue and cooperation of the institutions. This research demonstrates the results of this win-win bilateral partnership and the benefits that both countries are perceiving. Here I wanted to quote the words of Geraci Michele and President Xi Jinping. Geraci Michele is Italy's former deputy minister for economic development, and he said that this memorandum can serve as a template for the other 13 EU countries. And Italy has inserted what it wants to negotiate successfully, referring to sustainability, climate change, reciprocity, and bringing China to European standards. While Xi Jinping with his words, referred to his visit to Italy in March 2019, promoting bilateral partnership and mutual comprehension between the two countries. Conclusion and expectations. Generally, the relations between China and Italy can be defined excellent. Even if the collocation of Italy in the system of alliances guided by USA is not just a detail for Beijing, nevertheless, during the bilateral discussion is irrelevant. China is satisfied by the economic relations with Italy, but it should consider that Italy is a European country, and for Chinese interests, new negotiations are going on between China and the European Union. The future of the bilateral partnership will boost thanks to the constant dialogue between the institutions of the two countries. China and Italy relations will know further developments due to the basis planted in 50 years of friendship. In particular, thanks to the signing of the memorandum, the bilateral partnership will be intensified, resulting fruitful for both countries. Thanks for your attention.